Welcome, one all. One all, come on into the house of prayer, house of love, house of healing, house of hope, house of hunger.
Come on.
Come into the motherfucking house. We barely made it by the hair on our chin, motherfucking chin. But today is another Tough Talk Tuesdays. And I got some shit on my mind, and I'm mad, and I'm sad, and I'm angry. And I believe this will go down as a period in history called the Great Confusion. This is where we're at, the Great Confusion of the Black people. But before we get into it and start chopping this thing up, man, what's up with my guy Trav, man? You had the system fucked up. I'm gonna put it on you. It had to be your fault.
I'll take the blame because we made it on time. We right where we supposed to be. Man, I feel good. Ready to have a powerful night. Drop some seeds on the ground, man, that can grow some real harvests in the real life world.
But man, I just want to get into it, man. I'm upset and I'm mad and I'm upset about the Super Bowl and I'm upset about Bad Bunny, and I'm upset because I'm always upset on a bigger reason than most people, because I know the history. You know what I'm saying, and I understand what's going on. This is an opportunity. The Super Bowl was literally a liberal Democratic. That's who the NFL work with, liberal Democrats. Just so you know. The Super Bowl was basically a commercial that said, let's give open borders to the whole country. You had a guy out there singing, and then at the end, you had them say, God bless America, but then you had them running toward the camera full speed with a flag from every goddamn Spanish-speaking nation. This guy is a Jew. This guy is a Jew. He has the same name as AOC, Ocasio. They're the cryptic Jews that Columbus took to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has the largest Jewish population in all of the Caribbean. I don't think Black people understand what's happening. They literally want to replace us with immigrants. We are of no use no more. I don't understand. It's like when you done lost a girlfriend and you don't want to just break up with her because you want some pussy or you want to go to the prom, but you're trying to replace her. That's what they doing. And it's so slick and subtle how they're doing us, because it's like, well, we gonna let them in. We gonna talk y'all into saying you don't need IDs to vote so they can vote. And we're gonna basically let y'all set your own self up. And it's like we sitting back watching it, and as I watch that thing, as before we get into it, because I want to talk about some other stuff too. It's just like, man, this literally was a commercial that says, open the borders of the United States up. Everybody deserves to live here. They call it all of America. That's what people don't understand. Jewish propaganda. That's what they do. They get into your culture. They use your music. They use your food. And then before long, they didn't undercut you. And they got Spanish people happy because they're getting some representation. And if Spanish people keep it real, if they really understand those lyrics, because I was reading some of those lyrics, I was like, man, this guy's perverted, man. This is some perverse shit. But man, that's just my soapbox, man. I've been talking about this shit for the last couple of days because I just don't like the fact that we don't understand that's how you rewrite history. That's how you rewrite history. Talking about this guy got more views than Michael Jackson, and it's physically impossible to know how many views Michael Jackson had. No different than you can't tell this with this guy. But go ahead, man. Do your thing, man. I'm sitting back and
Man. I feel you, man. I
we
shared a post.
confused, man.
I shared a post last week with Malcolm X talking, and it was from 66 years ago. And he broke it down. He said, this thing that we call politics, you got two sides. I mean, and the black mind will always be the political football that they kick back and forth. 66 years later, we still don't get it. And that's what, like you say, I understand those emotions, man. But like you say, when you look at the history of how this thing works, man, it's a whole agenda. And we don't understand it because we want to be any damn thing. I'm going to say it every week. I don't care if it sounds the same. It's the root of our problem. right now in 2026, on Sunday, will be the most segregated day every Sunday in America. In America, everybody will go praise their God in segregation.
Mm-hmm.
The Mexicans, the Spanish. I remember I used to always wonder, why was they so in love with the Virgin Mary? Man, if you see a Mexican, boy, they got the biggest Virgin Mary statues in their yard at Christmas. They love Virgin Mary more than they love anything about God.
All over their truck.
Because there's a thing called the Benedict, man, and this ain't happened that long ago. I think it was about 2000. They wrote in the story about Juan Diego. When Mary came back and told them that Jesus was a living spirit, she saw a Mexican man that speaks Spanish named Juan Diego. So no matter how much you keep confusing your we and not understanding who you is and who they is, on Sunday they'll let you know. Hey, you don't know Juan Diego. And here we is, a political football, not understanding at all.
And capping. And capping.
66 years later.
This is the thing. We always parrot and regurgitate what they say. It's what we regurgitate what they say so much. We don't understand that they're telling us what to say. We're the coolest people on earth. When you think about it, we got the most swag. We're often imitated, never duplicated. Everybody want to talk like us, walk like us, be like us, adopt our swagger. Well, that's because the Jews let us be the most represented. When you're the most represented and you're most represented for pop culture, then your family value is broken down. And I don't think people understand that that's what they're about to do with Latinos. As long as your minorities' family base is broken down, you can control them. See, Black people, we was doing good when our family was together. You talk about it all the time, man, woman, and child. So it's like they broke our family down through propaganda. That's what they did. When you popularize a people, you can make it so that family values and morals and standards aren't what they are proud of no more. You know what I'm saying? At one time, a man was proud that he was a man, he had a family, that he was raising and he was doing right. When you make it so a man can be popular and cool for the fucking jeans he wear, what do I need to care about family morals and values when I can go out here and get women because of the fucking car I'm driving? So what they did was, there was a time when our music was conscious, when our music was educational. So what they did is they made us so goddamn cool by overly representing us that it got to the point where it's like, well, when you're overly represented, anybody can be represented. The standard's going to drop. So as the standard drop, it's like now that's why we so cool, because it ain't no standard. If you could just dance, cuss, fight, talk about people, the standard is so low. And that's what they're gonna do with this kid Bad Bunny and all that gayness and that jumping around and all that freaky deaky talk. It's gonna make Latinos embrace it. Because let me tell you something. I taught high school, man. There was a time when I never saw no Latino kids acting gay. Never. Now I see it, man. The little Latino kids, it's like they're losing the thing that tied them together, the fabric of family, just like we lost that. And the way you lose that is through being seen and represented a lot. And people don't even understand that.
Man. It's like this, man. I want to talk facts, Javon, because I get so tired of subjectiveness, opinions, all in our feelings. Let's talk facts. Let's look at the population of America. You got 60% white people in America. 20-something% Hispanics, 13% blacks. We the minority. 10% Asians. We the minority. We are the minority. It's more them than us. 20 years ago, we was baby kids. We didn't die. We multiplied. Multiplication is a man and a woman creating a family. The Mexicans sneak in, build a foundation for his wife to get here, and they have babies. We're fighting for them in the legitimacy of their babies. We're fighting. I'm talking about we're fighting. They ICE destroying families, ICE destroying families, ICE destroying families, and we don't give a fuck to try to help our children, our mamas, our daddies. We don't give a fuck about trying to help each other, save our relationships, to keep families together. We don't give a fuck. We ain't making children in love no more. We don't give a fuck. It's more of them than us. We don't give a fuck about ourselves. They come here. Let me tell you this, man. You talk about you mad. Let me tell you something about Black History Month. It's when you examine a race. Fuck your feelings. Race are racing. Racists are racing. Where they're racing to. Racists are racing. Look at your race. It's more of them than us. And if you don't think race matter, then don't fill it out on your application, goddammit. It matters. And we ain't even racing for ourselves. Worried about being involved in some shit that ain't even a race, man. It's Black History Month. That's a race.
They got us doped in symbolism, man. We are doped in symbolism. You understand what I mean? And that's what they're going to do with Hispanics. They're going to have them doped up with symbolism. Like I said, when I can be cool for the shirt I have on my back, I don't care about my grades at school. You see what I'm saying? When a man can get recognition and just from being cool, he don't care about what his baby mama think. He don't care about what his family think. He's cool within the family. His mama know he's a deadbeat daddy, but they let this nigga be on the grill. Because family is not cool. Family is not important. At one time, you say it all the time. You said we all we got, we all we need. At one time, family was all you had and was all you needed. You didn't need it to be propped up. That's why you hear me say all the time, I wish they would have never let niggas on radio, TV, movies, or professional sports, because that's how they do it. They're not doing it through Dr. King and some college fucking Greek 9. They're doing that shit through these motherfuckers that will get on TV. I just saw Mike Epps the other day, right? He said Nicki Minaj was somewhere getting a train ran on her by Donald Trump, and the motherfucker apologized this morning. He apologized. What's so amazing to me is people don't understand this. Is I just watch certain things and how we move as Black people. My granddaddy used to have a word, fickled. We're fickled. We go left and right. A Black person can say, I'm a liberal and I'm not racist. And then they say, what's your political party? I say, I'm a Republican. They'll say, oh, you an Uncle Tom. You a cracker lover. You a house nigga. Dag. I thought you was liberal. I thought you believed in the right for people to have freedom of speech and freedom of thought and freedom of expression. I thought you was a liberal. So you only liberal for abortion and gay shit. What about if you're liberal, then I shouldn't be bad if I choose to affiliate with an opposite political party than you. They do everything that they say the other people are doing. And we watch it. We literally watch it happen every day. I was looking, cats was hitting me up. You know, Trump's name in the Epstein file. That shit didn't came out. That shit didn't came out. I said, well, Jay-Z name in it. Oh man, that shit ain't real.
Hey man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. We got it, man. We look. 4 years ago, it might have been 4 or 5 years ago, but I remember they did Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony and them. They did a reggaeton
I remember
type
that.
of Super Bowl. So let's cut the fat away. We've been familiar and subjective to Spanish culture and entertainment. We've been subjected to that. We've saw that. I remember that. I remember being at a Super Bowl party when they had rock and roll at the Super Bowl and we didn't give a damn. The DJ turned the music up and we partied and we jammed till the game came back on because that wasn't entertaining to us. So this ain't nothing new. What's new is the political game that they done used their goddamn mind with. Because now when I say fuck Bad Bunny, it ain't about because that ain't my shit and I don't give a fuck. It's about, oh, you with them and they and them and they. And who the fuck is them and they? Because see how we done got twisted and lost. That's the game that done changed. You want to make me them, but you can't define who they is. See, them and they is two white people that got a political game. I'm telling y'all, it's a game. And the game don't go till you need a ball. If you use them and they and don't understand who you is from an objective higher point to see them crackers, them white folk, them people your grandmama told you about, then you got a ball-ass mind. And that's the difference between Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl in 2026 and Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony them when they was doing that salsa. We ain't give a fuck about that then, and we ain't give a fuck about that now. And I'm talking about I'm talking about people that feel soul in our music, and no one is coming from us and for us. Ain't no misunderstanding. So if you consider that to be they or you in any kind of goddamn way, kick your ball ass mind out from motherfucking being real and talking real.
Yeah, man.
That's how mad I am, Javon. This shit got me mad too, dog.
It's identity politics because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the black man is gonna be the brunt of this too. The black man is gonna be the brunt of this too. People don't realize that this is all white women, and I hate to say, white women will get anybody on their side. And once they got that, once that white Jew, fake Jew, sat back and watched that white woman struggle against her man, he said, oh, I can help her out. I can help her out. And it's a situation where any and everybody she will let in her to her camp. And the white man will sit back and say, you know what? Donald Trump is trying to get the immigrants out. He's trying to smoosh the gay stuff. But one group of people she cannot let in her camp is the black man. We always have to be the main enemy. We have to be the enemy. And the reason we're always going to be the enemy because we're the ones that they're trying to trick and keep down and keep oppressed. And they got our woman's mind. So as a man, as we speak out, we're always going to look like we're hateful. We're evil. Oh, Javon don't like Hispanics. No, that's not true. That's not true.
Come on, man.
I don't want Hispanics, illegal immigrants, replacing the black vote.
Man, now, let me tell you what somebody said to me the other day.
Let me say this real quick. You just broke down those numbers. They just let almost 30 million undocumented. So if when the next census come out, but you remember when we was young, Trav, they used to say by 2020, 2030, Hispanics are going. They was planning this. They was planning this. You think they just saying this shit? They was planning. They know what they was going to do. It's an open border policy. Open border policy.
Mm.
And blacks, Trump, I just see what blacks, we're so confused. The political asylum for the Haitians, the temporary citizenship shit. He's kicking that out for everybody. But they're like, almost 400 Haitians getting displaced. I'm like, man, they locking up. They man, like you said, it's hard for me to even fathom, because this is going to go down in history as a period where blacks were just confused and did not know where to go in our minds and what to think. Yeah. We're just being tossed. Like you said, I watched that shit you put with Malcolm X out about being a political football. And it's like, damn, just listening to that man saying that. And I ain't even really fuck with Malcolm X like that. But listening to that man sitting there saying that shit, I was like, how the fuck is he saying this shit 66 years ago? And it's exactly what's happening now. They're telling us, they're telling us blacks, why don't blacks consider it racism when they say blacks can't get access to IDs? I don't know nobody black without an ID. I don't know nobody. How you cash a check without ID? How you get a job? Homeless people be having IDs. I don't know anybody without. I used to volunteer at the Durham Rescue Mission. You can't even stay there without an ID. And this is for homeless people to get off the street in the cold, man.
Man, let me tell you.
They run your ID because they don't want nobody with no felonies or crimes just camping out at the homeless shelter. You can't even stay at a homeless shelter without an ID. So what the fuck you mean? Everybody got IDs, man.
I knew this dude one time, Javon. I'm gonna use a real life situation. I knew this dude one time. And when we was young, man, he was a cool dude. I respected him. He had a lot of swag. He went through some things, and he lost himself. Because I knew that wasn't him. And, I would remind him who he is so he could find himself. And I remember he would always be around this one guy. And the one guy didn't see no value in him. He only knew the new him. He ain't know the old him when he was himself. So he would just always disrespect the dude. But at the same time, he was vulnerable. So he looked up to the dude for every good thing he done. He said, man, old boy, look out for me. He loved me. And I was trying to tell him, man, he ain't shit. You got to remember who you is, man. You more than that motherfucker, man. He don't love you. He don't respect you. So he realized how I was talking to my friend. So he was like, man, pretty much like, man, you give him too much respect. Say, what you mean? Nah, man, he smoke. Man, he ain't nothing but a smoker. Nah, he more than that. Right? I started defending him. Because I remember who he is. I remember, man, I don't know what happened to him, but, man, he used to inspire me. Somehow he got tripped off. Came a smoker with no respect and dignity. And me believing him, reminding him of who he was. I'm talking about the real truth. But ain't nobody want me to come around and tell him that. And I don't think he wanted to hear it, because he had become so beat down and vulnerable that who he was to these people seemed to just make a way for him. So that's who we is as black people. That's what the white people doing on the Democrat side. As long as they can get you to hate Trump or you think that Trump is a bad white man, you can't understand in your subconscious mind. Well, what's a good white man? If Trump is a bad white man, and I ask this question to anybody who will go over and over and exaggerate how much of a bad white man Trump is, a racist white man, well, Joe Biden is too. You voted for him. They're all in the same game. If you just could, give us an example of a good white man then. Show us the example.
What movie was that when the dude said, I don't know no good white man?
Well, no, and look, and I ain't saying, look, show me the example. So the point is, if you remember who you is, who we are, man, the lines become bold. You can't put me in them, and I can't put you in they. We got to be we. It's Black History Month. Say it loud. Let that shit mean more than a Democrat. Let that shit mean more than any goddamn thing. Because if you don't understand that, you will be capping for some shit you don't even understand.
You know, I want to caveat and just speak on this, Trav. And
what a motherfucker saying that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. I done talked to an Asian that I know ain't understand me in Roy Ebonics. I told him, shut the fuck up before I smack his ass down, man. He looking at me like, what you say? I said, boy, you better go ahead on before I smack your motherfucking ass down somewhere. I'm fucking with him to show him that I got my own language, that the black people laughing because they understand what I'm saying, but he don't. So he's starting to laugh because he said, hey, he trusts my character. How dare you cap for something you don't understand? You're a goddamn fool, man.
You know, speaking of Black History Month, man, I was just saying how we as black people, we can let a meme change everything for us, how history has changed, right? So check this out. I say 30 years from now, Eminem gonna be the king of rap, the inventor of rap. We don't understand how they did Little Richard and with Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley is the king. Little Richard had goddamn the Beatles as his backup. Everybody toured with him. But the point I'm making is, watch this as black people and how we cap and cheer for shit, what you was just saying. People don't understand that the NFL is a business. They sell advertisement for the Super Bowl, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every year they're going to say the numbers went up. Why? Because they want to sell some goddamn commercials, right? Why wouldn't they say Kendrick Lamar was the best ever last year? Now Bad Bunny is the best ever this year. Now peep this, but they're comparing it all to Michael Jackson, right? So watch this. Nielsen is simply a box that they put in certain homes. It used to be a box. I remember I got a letter from them. Do you want the box in your home? You get paid like $50-some a month just to let us monitor what you watch. So now they do it digital. But Nielsen, what it does, it takes a sample and it extrapolates the data. There's no possible way they can know that because you could have had 30 people in your house watching the Super Bowl on one TV. So what I'm saying is, black people, when we hear something like Nielsen said Bad Bunny, biggest Super Bowl ever, biggest performance ever, what that does, that replaces Kendrick Lamar, it replaces Michael Jackson, and it also sets him up as on a pedestal. But what it also does is it says, let's open these borders up because everybody's loving the Latino thing now. And what I'm saying is, it's like, if you don't know how these numbers are came up with, you would just think, man, that's just like saying it's so many rapists out here. How the fuck you know that? Ain't no rapists coming volunteering for no fucking survey. It's like, yes, I'm a rapist. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm simply saying is, you're using propaganda that we don't even understand, and it's so set in stone with us. Nielsen said 130 motherfucking billion people watch the Super Bowl, and to black people, we like, yes, true. And it's impossible to know this. Can you see how that can replace Michael Jackson? Can you see how see, the thing is, they don't have no footage. See, this is the sad thing. They got footage of Michael Jackson making motherfuckers pass out globally, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see, now everything they streaming it, so they got access to it. They own it. And when this stuff is being streamed, they can say what's going to be streamed. So in 20 years, we won't have no footage of Michael Jackson, but we'll have footage of Bad Bunny with motherfucking a flag from every country running around saying this was the biggest Super Bowl performance ever. People want to be represented, man.
Well,
Trav, let me say this real quick about the representation. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
you ever notice if a side chick, a woman that's a side chick, can get her credit for being a side chick, she happy? It didn't used to be like that. It used to be like a side woman. Don't let nobody know I'm the mistress. I don't want nobody to know I'm a mistress, a home wrecker. Now a side chick want to get her props in some way, some form of fashion. Recognition lessens the values.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to keep saying that. The more props you get for bullshit, the less you work at the value system. You know what I'm saying? You can get props. You heard the song, right? The girl out of Charlotte. B-A-B-Y. This goes out to all my baby mama. You recognize it, baby mamas? So the standard is gone now. That used to be something you had to stand up in church and apologize for. I'm sorry. I done got pregnant, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the standard go down when something is more recognized, man. I'm telling you. When rap music got more recognized, the standard went down.
When you talk about Michael Jackson, man, you talking about the king of pop, right? And pop is short for popular culture.
Mm-hmm.
In contrary, truth ain't never popular. One thing about art is subjective. See, we done got so to the point where we really don't understand the objective and subjective aspect of truth. See, we only base truth off feelings. Just like you just broke down the whole rating process of what they use. Rating is a ratio. It's not something that's exact. Fact is exact. So when you take someone popular like Michael Jackson, see, that's a package deal. We still hold Thriller as to be one of the greatest albums of all time. One of the greatest producers, Quincy Jones. That was a system that came together and met a piece of harmony. Michael Jackson was popular. We got videos of Michael Jackson singing in crowds and people fainting. No one can compare to that. But that wasn't all so much about greatness. That was about understanding. Michael Jackson used to sing with a cadence. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. When you get 1 million people, thousands of people breathing at the same time, at the same chord, at the same pace, at the same tone, man, that's what you call spiritual goddamn conquering. Your preacher do it to you every day when you go to church. So Michael Jackson was really creating something of a popular culture. We don't know who Babs Bunny is. He's big in his culture. He's the popular in his culture.
Exactly. That's what
They're bringing him to be popular in our culture. I'm going to say this right now. When you're looking at truth and subjectiveness and objectiveness, only subjectively did Kendrick Lamar beat Drake. Kendrick Lamar can't compare to Drake. Ask a child. Ask any child who's engulfed in the hip hop. See, we old heads. I promise you, he can't compare to him other than the symbolisms that make him popular to the subconscious mind. He ain't got more hits. You can't play that song. You ain't play no Kendrick Lamar no goddamn more once the popular culture cut it off. I promise you we ain't. You ain't listening to no Michael Jackson song.
Nah.
It's a real argument about true objectiveness when it comes to soul music. Was Prince better? Was Luther's better? All of these was going at the same time. How can these artists cultivate our soul and our mind? I promise you ain't nobody listening to Michael Jackson.
Ain't nobody listening to Prince. People listening to Luther. People listening to Luther Vandross. People listening to soul, real shit that touches. Popular music it has to be white music. That's what it is. It's
validated by white.
Yeah, it's validated by whites. I remember when Whitney Houston got booed at the Soul Train Awards for, oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to, that black people was like, man, what the fuck is that shit? When she did I Believe the Children Are the Future, that's when Whitney Houston got popular at blacks. You can YouTube that shit now. Whitney Houston getting booed at the Soul Train line. I mean, at the Soul Train Awards. I damn near cried because I thought she was dope. But you know what I'm saying? So what we have to understand is when you popularize something, remember I told you, when you popularize something, when you give it its props, it loses its meaning. I remember, and I talk about it all the time, and I said, when Beyonce said, get in formation and put that right fist up, I made a video crying the next day. I said, y'all don't understand that they finna take that from us because it's popular. When Beyonce said, right fist up, Beyonce is a leader of a gay nation. Beyonce's fans is gay. So when Beyonce said, get in formation, and end her shit with the right fist up, they do that. And then before you know it, it's a situation where now when you look up the right fist, it's the color of the rainbow. So they take that from us. No different than Bad Bunny got themselves out in the sugarcane fields working. There was Africans in those sugarcane fields working. They're trying to make it like they had a big part in the development of the Americas. And you didn't. You just didn't.
And I hear people say this. You ignorant. Don't you know Puerto Rico is America? That is America. That is America. But then on the same word, when you don't understand how the game works, why Trump want Greenland? So 50 years from now, Greenland, biggest star, can do a Super Bowl. And we can say, that is America. That's Greenland. That is America. The same reason you would say he's arrogant, he's selfish, he's an evil white man is the same reason Puerto Rican say, I'm American. Got to understand the game. The game don't change. The players do. How dare you get so wrapped up in a favorite player and your hating player? I don't like him because he played for that team. You ball mind ass motherfucker. Yeah, I want to talk shit. I'm mad at this shit because it make us separate, man.
I always say this is what they use to train animals. If this is what people don't realize, and I say it all the time, if they go get a killer whale out of the ocean, the most feared beast in the ocean, they can put that bitch in a pool in SeaWorld and throw a ball and that bitch will chase it. It's something about that round motherfucking ball, man. They can get an elephant to balance on that motherfucker, a bear to dance on it. It's something about that goddamn ball. You throw it and a dog run and get it, and he go get it, and he go get it, and you can do that shit over and over and over and over. It's something about that goddamn ball that you can train the most wildest motherfucking beast of the world. They got sharks in SeaWorld. Where the ball at? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they trained us. That goddamn ball. And whether it's us playing it, football and basketball, whether it's us playing it, us watching it, or having our kids think if you don't play ball, you really ain't nothing. Yo, your boy, what you do? Oh, you in the band? Oh, you in the chess club? It's almost like it's the end all be all, but it's the least. You got chances of being more chances of being a fucking astronaut then you got to be a professional athlete. But you understand what that ball does for us? It's got us thinking that this is the end all be all. We distracted. We can't get together. We can't do nothing because it's too much goddamn ball on. Ball come on Sunday. Ball come on every goddamn night. And it's like, not only that, we got our kids thinking that this is the only way. Our kids don't get into science. They don't get into math. Our young black males, we got them thinking that they can't play with a ball good. They ain't nothing. It's got us fucked up. It's got us hating each other. We arguing over LeBron and Jordan. You see what I'm saying? It's something about that motherfucking ball that you can get a motherfucker. I'm serious, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
And that's why they put that goddamn Bad Bunny on in the middle of that goddamn ball game.
Yeah.
They know what they doing with that fucking ball, man.
Going back to them stealing the right fist with Beyonce, and they turned that into something gay. I remember way back when people was jumping out the frying pan of religion 15, 20 years ago. You shared something with Bobby Hemmett the other day, and you say prison talk, and I did a translation. Boy, that was a time that was hell for a black man mind. It made you sharp. We called it consciousness, aka being woke. I mean, when you was woke, you became aware. You became a beacon of truth. You just wanted to tell everybody, oh my God, let me tell you the truth. And people start jumping out the frying pan into the boiling pot. I ain't want to believe in Christianity no more. I'm going to be woke. But when they jumped into the boiling pot, they ain't jump into it to an understanding. It became a trend. It became popular. It became the thing to be. People wanted to wear the symbolism, the symbols. A symbol is a mark, a picture, or object that creates ideas and concepts, relations to people. So if I have a symbol on, then it automatically puts you in a relation to a relationship, a concept that I say, hey, if I see that symbol, hey, right on, brother. Still to this day, people say, boy, I like that symbol. Let me know they got a little consciousness in them. I say, that's what I'm talking about. But there was a time when it was a genuine time. Then everybody started jumping in, and it got watered down. Grand Rising, Ashe. Don't even know what it means. They just know how to say it good. It's time, I remember, you turned against it because it been starting to come so ingenuine. It become a trend. Well, it was a thing to be woke. Then right around COVID, it started being a thing. Y'all woke motherfuckers don't know shit. It's always a woke person. It became a derogatory thing to be woke and have a conscience to want to understand deeper. If just 5 years later, being woke ain't got shit to do with none of that.
They stole
it. It's about being a fucking white person with pink and purple in your goddamn head and a fucking mohawk. Come on.
We got us a $10 donation. Keep speaking, teaching, and where it matters most. Keeps reaching from the heart. From Mila Renee. Thank you, sister. We appreciate you. Sister. Yeah, man. It's like you're right. It's so crazy how they hijack everything. Like woke. And I was so against that shit because I used to always say, what you think conscious mean knowing Black history? You think being conscious of yourself mean knowing Black history? See, this is the thing that I always said. I know my family history. I don't need to know no shit from way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't know where I'm from anyway. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we were conscious, and I was like, yo, this is worse than Christianity, because at least in Christianity, you got a brick and mortar building that folks can go to and eat at and fellowship at and have a church service and learn about God. Y'all doing this shit on the internet making money. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all motherfuckers is on the internet with different names. Like, what's your real name, nigga? My name's Javon Michael Clark. Google me, motherfucker. You got cash apps and different names. And so it's a situation. But like you said, man, woke now means it means I'm support gayness and abortions and immigration. That's really what it means.
I'm unapologetic for not having no moral standards, ethic, code of righteousness and direction. I'm unapologetic. That's what it means today.
Yeah.
I don't feel, ain't no shame. I don't give a fuck.
I accept any fucking thing. Remember what I said. When you get recognized, the morals go down. Watch this. People think I'm crazy. I wish we would have never got seen and never got no representation. Because what does being seen on TV do for us as a race if what we're showing is fucked up? Watch this. When black people got our rights, right? When black people started to come up in the world, I remember my great-grandfather telling me, because my great-grandfather was from the South. He said, he had people up there that he went up there to work for. My great-grandfather said, and I hate it because, I'm biased because I'm from the South. But my grandfather said he was in New York and them cotton picking niggas from the South with no skills and no education came up there and started robbing and making all black folks look bad. And I hate it because, I'm from the South, but that's where the term them cotton picking niggas come from. We made that up. My granddaddy said that's the term we made up. Them cotton pick. You got to think about Frank Lucas, Frank Matthews, all these people from the South that went up. They was farmers. You know what I'm saying? They get up north. They ain't educated, and they ain't got no skills other than goddamn being on the farm. So they start doing crime, making us look bad. But when we started being represented, right? That's when you say, oh, niggas being represented. That's when you start acting a fool. That's when you start posting your Freaknik videos. That's when we start rapping, acting a fool. Don't you see the same thing happen with gay people? When gay people was in the closet, gay people was reserved, and the ones that were gay openly looked like Ellen DeGeneres. They wore khakis, nice Rockport shoes, polo shirts. You see what I'm saying? Once Barack Obama gave gay people rights and recognition, them motherfuckers started dyeing their hair, acting a goddamn fool. To the point where seriously, think about this. To the point where the Ellen DeGeneres non-flamboyant gays started being against these gays. Like y'all the F word. Like we gay, y'all Fs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Same way now we be like, we black, right? Y'all niggas. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Recognition lowers the moral standard. Like you just said, liberal mean any and every fucking thing goes because I'm guilty of the worst thing possible. Let me say this so people can really see where I'm coming from. And people think I'm being mean. In every culture, man has slept with women after puberty in our religions. So when we talk about pedophilia, we act like it's bad by the American law, but in culturally, that's not. Gayness is fucked up any and every culture, everywhere you go. That's the worst fucking thing you can do. You see what I'm saying? Mm. So once you make the worst thing you can do sanctioned by marriage, by God, you destroyed the very fucking fabric. Mm. That's why I keep telling people I hate Obama. You destroyed the fabric. You trumped God when you legalized gay marriage. Mm. So if we can make a law about how I fuck, he fuck, what about a law for how I fuck? So now the law is considering people's sexual taste and appetite. So now I'm a transgender. Mm. You don't think that's sexually affiliated? That's some sex shit. Mm. Then we got laws for them to come in the bathroom. They can compete against. People don't understand once you legalize gay marriage, you trump God. He trumped God when he did that, man. I'm serious. He trumped God. That was the worst thing. Yeah.
Let me say this, man. It's double standards in life. And we got a whole type of trend going, whether it's men versus women in comparison to this, in comparison to that. We got a 50-50 argument going on. If you go to the gym and you work out with your wife and you don't have to take nothing off when it's her turn to lift, get your motherfucking ass out the gym. So ain't no comparing. If you don't have to take nothing off when it's your wife's turn to live. So I'm saying this to say, in the conversation of gay, it's a whole nother conversation when you're dealing with women. Whole nother conversation when you're dealing with a man. I've watched little girls, and they've been destroyed somewhere, and it might not even be so much physically yet. They could have been destroyed mentally. Ain't nobody never poured into her to make her think that she's beautiful. And she's so low in her value, in herself, the way she see herself, it becomes easy to look like a boy because no one will have expectations of that come with a woman or a young lady. And I watch these studs. And that's a real thing. This ain't derogatory. I watch some of them go so much in a way to portray themselves as a man. But even if you could become to portray yourself as a man in your imagination, you mean to tell me out of all the things you go through, you're going to be a little dirty man? You're going to be a little... You mean to tell me out of all the things you got to go through I'm talking about a young girl, man.
Yeah, won't you be like a little bit respectable? Yeah.
Look at how deep this is. So I'm saying this to say, any girl that say she gay can experience a moment where somebody turn the light on and all she got to do is change her mind.
That man said a little dirty man.
She can change her mind and don't none of that matter no more. So that ain't got nothing to do when we talk about the defiling the order of God. We talking about a man. And the same God that you believe in that I'm talking about, even if you go read that book, it ain't too much in there about a woman. More so about what she can't do and what she need to do in regards to a man. He don't really spend too much time on her other than he telling a man how to treat her and make her be.
Or how fucked up she is. That's what I be telling women.
You know what I'm saying? So this is about a man. So when we don't understand order and we look at the symbolisms, the marks that make us program our subconscious mind, here we are in a day in time. Well, if I say I stand for the conservative of the family, the mother, the father, and the child, and to go all in the ways of that being your way, man, I can be considered a part of they and them. And I'm talking about who, God damn it? Other than my mama and my daddy and my grandparents.
Yeah, man, before we get out of here, I laugh because I was telling one of the kids I work with, they want to be, it's crazy because we got one boy, different situations. One boy want to be a girl, one girl want to be a boy. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to, this is a while back, and I was talking to the girl that wanted to be a boy. I said, you just want to come. I said, just being real. She was 17. I said, you want to come. And you know, the way you look, if you put on a dress, or ain't no boy paying you no attention. I said, so you just doing this because you going through puberty and you sexually aroused and you want to hump some shit. You can hump the damn pillow and come. So I know you want some interaction. And she just started crying and was like, yeah, I've always been dark skinned with short hair and ugly. So I figured it was easier to get through life as a boy. And then and then when you see the boys that act like girls, they be funny shape, no muscle tone, big hips, fat booty, big hips like their mama. Them boys don't know no damn girl don't want them. So it's easier for Saucy Santana to put on some shit and act like a girl. It's easier. And people don't realize when, and this is something I'm going to say, and then I'm going to let you wrap us up. That Democratic Liberal Party, people don't realize when you are an underachiever in life, you always want an excuse. There's always an enemy. That damn liberal shit, that's some underachiever shit. My wife had a friend that came over here. She was in grad school with, and he was a teacher. And a teacher is not a bad thing, but he's Indian, and he comes from a family, and we was talking and having a couple of drinks, and the more I listened to him, he come from a family of 6 immigrants, and all of them doctors, and he became a school teacher. He didn't even have his teaching degree yet. He was working on it. And as he was talking about the world and the liberal and the gayness and all this shit he was talking about, after a while, I said, hey, look, man, do you want me to be honest with you and tell you what I really think? He said, what you think? I said, I think you're an underachiever for a conservative Indian second-generation person. They look down on you because you're a school teacher, because you couldn't graduate medical school. So you embracing everything liberal and everything anti-conservative, anti your parents. And it's a weak fucking way out. It's no different than the nigga that sits around talking that prison talk and how the government won't let you do nothing. You're an underachiever, motherfucker. So everybody right. It ain't no standard. Pull your dick out. Walk around naked. Ain't no standard. Don't pray in school. Let the trannies in school talk. Ain't no goddamn standard. You don't need no ID to vote. Be fair to everybody. Just come across the border. It's anti-establishment. It's really an anti-establishment. It's a passive-aggressive anti-establishment. It's like the rules and standards that have been established are bad, and the people trying to enforce them are bad. The people that want God and family and man, woman, and child, they're bad. The people that want to conserve life, they're bad. Those people are bad. Take us home, man. I got to get out of here.
This is a show that's come from the soul. Man, I think me and you talk from the soul. We come from a background of really trying to be accountable in our own actions and our own thoughts. Hero training is about being vulnerable and being real enough. It ain't about pointing the finger or poking nobody in the chest, but it's either real to everybody or it ain't real to nobody at all. This thing working at light speed. It's kind of like the Matrix. Can't nobody stop it. The power is understanding your position and seeing it work. Yeah, certain bullets I can't see that's busting me in my goddamn head. But I'm thankful that I'm aware of some bullets that most people don't even know exist. So it's about bringing awareness to see how this thing works, right? I understand my position. I'm in management, I'm in leadership. I go through things as a black man, as a leader amongst all races of people. I got to go extra hard to get the authority and trust of my word. White man come around, he ain't got to say much. Yes, sir. That hurt my heart. But that's deeper than me. That's just how it works. I work beside a white man. And I'm saying this, and I hope this white man listening. He all right. I call him brother. I work beside a white man that I want him to realize. Boy, you know the difference between me and you is you a white man. And I went through some pain for you to be here because I don't think they really wanted to put me in a position because I ain't the one to be controlled. So they brought me in a white man. So I say, I want you to understand, man, I got challenges in leadership. I want you to watch this. I'm finna go out here and say something. I want you to see the reaction. See the reaction. You see how that work? Yeah. I said, now you go out there and say the same thing and see if your reaction the same. Wow, that's deep. I said, so listen, our relationship is about managing this and keeping this right. So if we see your position is different than mine, and I hate this goddamn shit, but you're a white man and I ain't. So when it's time for you to do the white man, I don't want no misunderstanding. You got to do the white man. You understand? Talking real life shit. His son goes out in construction to measure countertops. He's teaching his son what I teach him. He said, my son told me every time he goes to a job, the Hispanics and the blacks come running up to him, apologizing and explaining. He have to tell them, I'm not your boss. I don't even work here. I'm just here to measure the countertop. He's a 6'2" white man. He said, son can't believe it. He from Chicago. He don't understand about the southern aspect in relationship between whites and blacks and other Asians and Mexicans. But he down here and he flabbergasted that I'm teaching him how to be a goddamn white man, to be efficient and leading the way we've been cultivated down here. I hate it, but this how it work. So get your feelings out of this thing. If I'm talking to us, then I don't give a fuck who listening. It's the truth. It's the truth. Because he got to understand it for his own self. That's it, man. You got to understand this shit. We all we need, y'all. Clear the lines. Understand who we is and who we ain't. And stop talking to one of us talking about them and they. I don't know who the fuck them and they is, but we all we got. We all we need. At least let's practice this for the rest of Black History Month.
And I'm going to end that with a you already needle and thready. Family, y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Me and Miss Carla going to be in here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Randy and Raven Wednesdays. And then Travis going to be on Facebook 9:30 Thursday with Hero Training. Y'all already know what time it is. Peace.